Param Shanti to all the divine souls. Our salutations to our beloved Bapuji and Brahmama. Welcome to the chapter 10 of the BEHAD Gyan course. As you increase the curiosity to know more about yourself, your creator, and finally the ultimate almighty authority, you will come closer to supreme divine knowledge, that is the BEHAD Gyan, shared by almighty authority himself. The more curious and excited you are to listen to the BEHAD Gyan, the more you will be able to understand the knowledge. Bapuji always says we should not immerse ourselves in Gyan Ganga, but one must immerse oneself in Gyan Sagar and churn the knowledge. On the 10th day of our spiritual journey, we will delve deeper into the profound meaning of the mantra Behad ke Behad ki Param 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 Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, bestowed upon us by Bapuji, whom to connect to while doing yoga and how to connect with the divine through yoga. We shall also explore what are the signs that signify our spiritual awakening after attaining soul consciousness and discover the array of experiences that one can encounter on the path to spiritual realization. We shall learn to create supreme positive thoughts of the highest vibrations which are aligned with the divine and understand how one can be a medium of getting the Param light on earth and spread the vibrations of Param Shanti on earth, and finally, what should be our final efforts, that is, Purusharth. There are many instances where we have heard that after reading the Bhagavad Gita for 7 days, the soul have attained moksha. So after listening to the 10-day BEHAD Gyan course, even we should affirm ourselves that we have attained that Jivan Mukt state. Bhakti will definitely give you fruit, but only Gyan or knowledge will help you reach God. Lord Sri Krishna has also said that there is nothing more supreme than knowledge. Nothing can purify you other than the supreme divine knowledge. Only knowledge can purify your mind, intellect, and sanskars. It's very important to change one's sanskars in order to experience our true self. There are so many types of yoga, like Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, but the most supreme of them all is Buddhi Yoga. It is only through Buddhi Yoga that you will be able to control your mind. As the Buddhi becomes stronger by the power of discernment or Vivek, it is only through detachment to this illusory world that we will be able to control our mind. For those of you whose primary focus is yoga, it's very important to note, do not focus on how to control your mind. Rather, put your attention on where your mind should be. Put your mind on knowledge. Bapuji's guidance emphasizes the profound importance of immersing your mind in the supreme divine knowledge and turning your focus inward to explore your true identity. By doing so, you are destined to transcend to the higher dimensions of existence. As and when you immerse your mind in knowledge, it will keep entering your intellect. Now comes the question, which Gyan should you immerse yourself in? You must put your mind in the most supreme divine knowledge, that is, BEHAD Gyan, bestowed on us by Bapuji. For the beginners, it is difficult to become thoughtless. In the live meditation classes in the YouTube channel, Param Shanti Motivation and Meditation, Sister Sakshi Patel takes the viewers on a journey to look inwards and find the reason and solution to their problems through the lens of BEHAD Gyan. She helps them let go, release the bad memories and negative emotions like stress and anxiety. When we release all these negative emotions, then we will be able to awaken the supreme peace that is present inside us. When we realize that whatever we see through these eyes is not the truth, our quest to know the truth starts with focusing our attention inwards. As we go deeper in knowledge, our vivek, power to discern, and vairagya towards this mortal world becomes stronger. The knowledge makes one realize that we are not this body, our sense organs, our mind, nor the intellect. While some souls are in search of scientific and materialistic knowledge, some are in the quest of the search of supreme truth, which is beyond this material world. This is the reason why Bapuji says the souls are broadly of two types, Had and Behad souls. Even the Ashtavakra Gita talks about knowing oneself first. It is told, Deham pratak kritya, which means when one sees the body different from the soul, that time a revolutionary change happens in your life. There must be some divine conscious energy which runs our mind, intellect and body. It is told by Ashtavakra to King Janak that focus all your energy on whom you truly are. Focus on the divine conscious energy. What you think, you get that. Go within. Put your attention on knowing oneself. Focus on the divine energy that runs your body and connect with your true self. Question yourself as to why are you coming again and again in this cycle of birth and death. As the saying goes, whatever you think, you become. So keep constantly reminding yourself as to who you truly are. As you complete the 10-day course of BEHAD Gyan, you will get the clarity on the theory of karma, the purpose of human birth, how did we come in this cycle of life and death, and much more. To understand God is not a child's play. Unless you don't awaken the light in your soul, you will not be able to understand yourself, the purpose as to why you have come. Is our life meant to only earn and eat? Then what's the difference between us and animals? We must burn our vices and change our sanskars by churning the knowledge. Bapuji says, a soul who cannot leave anger and hatred can never be called a knowledgeable soul. The atmosphere around us is so negative and it can affect our minds easily. But at that point of time, one must take the help of knowledge and control the mind. Let's take an example here. If I have to see the time in my clock in darkness, I will need a clock and a torch. Torch here symbolizes the knowledge that helps us to see the clock or our true self, that is the soul. It helps us go beyond our mind, intellect and sanskars and realize that we are souls. When you come to BEHAD Gyan and contemplate on your soul's classification, you realize that your identity is not limited to Shiv. It is much beyond that, and that one has a power of 1,000 suns inside one's soul. Now, let's understand the process of meditation. How can we relate with Param Shanti mantra? Param Shanti in itself carries an energy of the highest frequency and vibration. Now comes the question, when does this mantra have a power or an effect on oneself and others? Just like how one needs to connect to God with a feeling, when one understands the meaning of the mantra and chants it with a feeling, that is, when one is able to feel the vibrations of supreme peace. By chanting this mantra, one is able to attain the state of soul realization. The word Param Shanti, which has been given to us by Bapuji, has not come from the solar system, unlike Om Shanti, which only refers to Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar of the solar system. Param Shanti has come from the highest of the highest, Behad Ki Kala Ka Param Dham. When you think or chant this mantra, the Param light from the highest of the highest Param Dham enters into your soul. When you think of Param Shanti, the vibrations from the atmosphere of the highest Param Dham and the creator of that dimension will touch your soul. By practicing chanting this mantra, you will develop the qualities of fearlessness and patience. In order to experience supreme peace, one must surrender and have complete faith on this divine mantra. People in Bhakti Marg still fear even after they have strong faith in their gods, while the path of knowledge, Gyan Marg, makes you fearless. Every thought radiates energy and has an effect in your body. When you think or chant Param Shanti, every cell in your body reacts accordingly. An aura of supreme peace gets created around your body when you continuously chant the mantra Behad Ki, Param, 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 Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai. One must know that in order to understand and practice this knowledge, one must surrender to the knowledge and the one who has given this knowledge. How do we realize that we have become soul conscious? When we win over our vices like lust, anger, hatred, jealousy, greed, we rise to our true self and attain the state of supreme happiness, supreme peace and supreme joy. When you become soul conscious, you'll be satisfied with whatever you have in life. You'll always have positive thoughts in your mind. How to become soul conscious? Imagine a tiny dot of divine light in your forehead, which has the power of 1,000 suns. When you become soul conscious, immediately the 8th Agnya Chakra gets activated. Affirm that Param light from the highest of the highest Param Dham is entering your soul and spreading to every part of your body. What is our end goal? Our end goal is self-transformation to world transformation. Imagine that we're getting the experience of becoming soul conscious. Now, what are the supreme thoughts that we must affirm in our minds? Bapuji has said that I am a BEHAD soul. I have BEHAD ki kala. You can always be connected to your goal by constantly affirming that I am BEHAD ki param Atma. I have all the qualities that is there in BEHAD ki param Pita. Now, through intellect, one must imagine that I am in BEHAD ki param dham, in the incorporeal seed stage of the soul, and I'm connected to BEHAD ki kala ka param light. In that stage, you resemble the Almighty Authority. You must now visualize and create the affirmation. 10 celestial degrees of the param light is coming from the highest of the highest, BEHAD ke param dham. It is entering our entire multiverse and filling it with supreme peace, supreme happiness and supreme joy. Affirm this with having 100% faith in the divine. Affirm that the entire multiverse is filled with BEHAD ki param Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai. Entire multiverse is filled with Param Sukh, means supreme happiness, and Param Anand, which means supreme joy. It's also told by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita that do not leave but forget all your bodily relations, become soul conscious and remember me. I will forgive and destroy all your bad karmas and finally will take you to my highest of the highest abode. Now for all the BEHAD souls, the highest of the highest abode is BEHAD ki kala ka param dham. One must become Farishta Swarup, which means no attachment to any bodily relations, and take the param light from the highest abode. Whatever dimension we think of, we will get the power from that dimension. For example, if you're thinking of the multiverse, you will get the power from that creation. There are wormholes which act as pathways to connect the creations. As you cross the different dimensions like galaxy, universe, multiverse, you come across the BEHAD ki kala ka Vishwa, which is 2101 PD, 10101 PD, 11,101 PD, 1 crore PD, and creations do not stop here. Beyond this is the highest supreme abode of the Almighty, which is filled with supreme param light, that is BEHAD ki kala ka param prakash. Bapuji says, Chitra mein vichitra ko yaad karoge, to charitravan ban jaoge, which means visualize the picture of Bapuji in this highest abode and focus on a white divine point of light on his forehead. Visualize and affirm through the power of your thought that the param light from his soul is entering your soul and your body is getting filled with param light. As soon as you enter the atmosphere of the most supreme BEHAD ka param dham, through the power of your thought, your soul will get the param light from this creation. When this param light enters your body, all your diseases will vanish and you will feel very light. After listening to this 10-day BEHAD Gyan course, we hope that you have attained the state of Jivan Mukti, and we request you all to join hands and becoming a part in the grand transformation of this multiverse. BEHAD ki param Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai.
बेहद की परम शांति सोचो, बोलो परम शांति.
Join us daily for our morning live meditation, Monday to Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30 a.m.
Join us daily for live meditation, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on YouTube Live. Subscribe now. Website www.paramshanti.org. Email us anand@paramshanti.org. Like, share, subscribe. Join today.
बेहद की परम शांति सो